I got one for you today, guys, that I wasn't expecting to do this week, but as I was out doing errands, I had to stop by my local Walmart, and lo and behold, what did I see sitting on the pegs? Wave 2 of the Playmates Godzilla and Kong, the new Empire line. Now, they had all three of the figures in the line. They had Supercharged Godzilla, the standard Kong, and Tiamat, as you're seeing here. I didn't pick up all three because, well, as you can see here, the Godzilla was a little underwhelming, and Kong is just basically Kong. But Tiamat, though, Tiamat I did pick up because that garners a review. So we're gonna pop this bag roll open, check her out, and see how she stacks up to the rest of the line. So just get a quick look at the box here. So we got Tiamat with the submarine. As you can see, sub is there. She stands out pretty tall on the card as it is. Let me show you the back. So there she is. Let's get a little close to that real quick. Trying to keep that as steady as possible. So there you go. There's the figure. And then there's the rest of the line. So Supercharged Godzilla, Standard Kong, no Mothra yet. So I'm wondering if Mothra is going to be just a separate figure or there's more of that line coming. We know that there's both a standard Mothra and a giant Mothra. So haven't seen her pop up yet. I'm assuming if these guys are on their way out, she'll be out pretty soon. But that is for another time and day. All right. Let's pop her open and let's see how she stacks. Got my trusty snippers to get these things off. All right, got her out. What you didn't see on the video was actually a lot more complicated than I expected it to be. So there she is. Let's get the submarine out. Taped up. There we go. Okay, so get that out of the way. Submarine. There she is. There is Tiamat. So first things first, I noticed with this figure is that she is very jointed. I mean, there's one segment, two segments, three segments, four segments, five segments. So you get an insane amount of flexibility with her. This is wild, actually. This is quite wild. So her legs are completely on a ball joint. Her back legs are the same as well. Look at that. Wow. I'm legit shocked. I'm legit shocked by the quality. Her molding is quite good. The fins are all of a soft, like vinyl plastic. So are the whiskers, the fins up here, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I mean, the posability is insane. I'm almost mad that Bandai's never done anything like this with Manda. This would honestly be perfect for Manda. But I'm legit shocked by how good this figure is constructed. They give you the full serpentine ability to have her like really, I mean, look at that. You can get the full dragon-esque effect. That's wild. This is absolutely wild. So her body's actually kind of it's much softer than any of the other Playmates figures. This is like a completely different material that they're using. Kong, Godzilla, Scar King, Shimo, they're all hard plastic. It's a sturdy plastic, but it is not the same exact hard plastic that they are using on any of the other figures. This is nuts. Her tail is pretty much plastic. It's malleable. So the core body is hard, but it's still got a soft touch. I don't know if you can see. So there is detailing in here, as you can see. Her scales. She's got the detailing on the legs right here. Now they're not painted in, and I know some people are like, well, you know, again, there's already quite a bit of a decent paint job on this thing. I know she's not exactly movie accurate, but you're selling a toy. So you need to market this towards kids, not adult collectors. So her jaw is completely, wow, look at that. It's completely hinged open. I am wildly impressed. Full movement. This is nuts. This is already, I'm gonna say this is arguably the best figure thus far in the entire Godzilla and Kong line. And honestly, one of the best Playmates figures ever. Like that's my assessment right there. She's about a little over about 8 inches long, so she's pretty long. Look at that. Look at the posability you can get off this. This is what a toy. Now I'm saying a toy. This is what a toy for kids should be. It allows for full playability, movement. It allows kids to play with their imagination. You can do. They can reenact fights. They can do all kinds of stuff. This is the definition of how a toy, a modern toy, should be made. And at the price point of $10, this is a steal. This is a hell of a deal. I am completely in love with this thing. Now we just went over articulation. Let's look at the sculpt. She's actually a very good sculpt for a $10 toy. There's detailing in the eyes. Down here in the mouth part, you can see the meat of the jaw, the tongue. Let's go up there and see what's up there. Yeah, look, the top of the palate is completely painted in. There is sculpting within the body. As I was pointing out before, you can kind of see her scales. Let's go down here. The fins on her back are all this soft plastic that allow for wild flexibility. Her underbelly, let's get her rotated like this. So her underbelly is completely segmented with scales. So there's the bottom of the feet. As you can see, the pegs are hidden. Actually, no. Yeah, so it's a complete joint. So yeah, there they are. So the head and the back of the legs. I know that's a deal breaker for some people, but you gotta remember, guys, this is a kid's toy, but this is a darn good kid's toy. The painting's actually, I'm legit surprised by the quality of the painting. I mean, she's very colorful. She's definitely about four different colors. There's a shade of turquoise and green with her. And yeah, I mean, man, this is wild. This is awesome. I can't state this anymore. I am in love with this figure. Now let's look at her accessory. She comes with the little sub. Much like all of the other accessories, it is just a piece of molded plastic. So you can reenact the sub watching her get annihilated by Godzilla. But I do appreciate Playmates putting these little guys in there. Weapons are always something to have. Naval ships, you want to recreate battles. These work for kids. I mean, I know a lot of this stuff ends up getting lost, but it's a nice little submarine sculpt. Can't really fault it. I mean, it's a sub. So I don't know what much else you're asking, but yeah, just pretty much a black submarine that doesn't really stand out against my black tabletop here. Overall, for $10 US, this is arguably the finest figure in years that Playmates has put out for mass production. Just as a toy that you can give to a kid, you can't get any better than this. I can't sing the praises of this figure enough. The great, powerful Dopope, our friend Dopope, he would be, he'd be proud of this thing. I'll see if I can get a quote from him. Hopefully he gets one of these pretty soon. So I did find this at Walmart. So they are getting out there. I'm in California, much like the first wave. They seem to hit here faster. I saw that in my local area, or at least in my state, Northern California got them first. So if you're not familiar with the area, like the Bay Area, which is like 400 miles away from me, they were the first again, but they started popping up in my stores. I found this literally about 4 hours ago as of the recording of this video. So I'm assuming she's going to probably be online pretty soon and in stores across the nation. So, just hang tight. And if you do see her on that pig, grab her. She's well worth it. Much better than the Kong and Godzilla that I checked out. Here's a little video of the Godzilla. Was not anything to write home about. If you want to get something for your kid, that's I would recommend that. But beyond that, it was just a basic reuse sculpt with a very mediocre paint job. Well, there you have it, guys. That is my review of Playmates Tiamat figure. As you just heard, I can't recommend this figure enough. Price point is fantastic. The sculpt is amazing. The actual build of the figure is fantastic. Like I said, this is a kid's toy, but it's a damn good kid's toy. So if you got little ones that love Godzilla, do go out there and grab this for them, because it will be hours and hours of fun with their other Godzilla toys. So, can't recommend it enough. And on that note, if you like what you see here, remember, we do have a show. It's called the Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. And if you don't like to download, you can also find us on all of your favorite streaming sites, including Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you find better podcasts. We're also on social media. You can find us on X at the Kaiju Kingdom, Instagram at the Kaiju Kingdom, and Facebook.com/the Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. And that'll do it for this edition of the Koffers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.